I am not a financial advisor. I am a crypto economic analyst, and I'm going to give you my recommendations for an overall investment portfolio that includes cryptocurrencies. The financial software system is moving from our legacy software to these new crypto networks that are better. It's a long transition. You don't have to run and put all your money onto crypto networks tomorrow, but we're going to talk about what I think is a great portfolio allocation, my latest update. Also, I'm working on my Halloween costume. Hope you like the look. Maybe this is my new look as a, as long as I have blue hair, no one will ever accuse me of being a financial advisor, right? So let's go through it. There's been some big changes. I'm going to get into, yes, I have some BTC because I like BTC as a liquidity provider on Uniswap. That probably went over a lot of heads. Let's not get to that yet. So here's the basic breakdown, okay, for your portfolio. Up to 20% of your portfolio, I think now, can be in cryptocurrency investments. Now, if you're new, don't run to 20%. This crypto, it's a long, steep learning curve. It's a fast-moving industry. If you don't have 1% of your money in crypto, I think you're falling behind. Okay. As long as you got a couple percent, good. You know. And now I've been at this since 2017. Since 2015. When prices go up, I don't sell a lot, so I've sort of naturally gone to 20% here. And I should say 20%, that's crypto investments. I've got another, where is it here? 5 to 10% of dollars on the crypto platforms, or crypto platforms. That's funny. We like to think there's a lot of different crypto networks out there. There's really only one platform. It's Ethereum. There are many digital assets that run on the crypto platform Ethereum. And then there's one other, Bitcoin, which, by the way, is quickly moving to Ethereum. I mean, I'm not saying all of Bitcoin is going to be on Ethereum anytime soon, if ever. But there's really only two players. It's Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, there are others out there. I get it, and I'm watching, and it's early innings, and things move quickly. But I do not invest in ghost towns or shitcoins. Okay? So, let's go through this video here is big picture. And then I'll make some other videos where we dig into some of this. So, first of all, cryptocurrencies. You know, I've got Ether up my whole portfolio, all of my savings, 15% in Ethereum. That's strong. That's a lot. But I'm so convicted on this thing. It's my number one. I believe, you know, here's the way I look at it. How valuable is the Ethereum platform and Ether? The token that underlies it. How valuable is that today? And will it be more valuable 5 years from now? Yes. More things, more important things will be happening on the Ethereum platform, and the Ether token that secures and allows that network to function will grow in value. So what will its price be? You know, price is mostly dependent on what the central bank is doing. Right? If they print, in fact, let me pull this up just quickly. Where is this? The central bank. Why did the market go up so much when we had the economy crash? I mean, the economy's been decimated, right? We all know that. But why did the stock prices, why did cryptocurrencies all go up? Because of this, right? Because the central bank printed a bunch of money. Then why did the market suddenly slow down here in, whoops. You know, why did the market slow down around June? Well, they sort of slowed down the printing. But guess what? let's zoom out here. You know, the printing's picking up again, right? Central bank printing money. That's mostly what determines prices. But if everything goes down, I want the thing that goes down the least. If everything goes up, I want the thing that goes up the most. And that's the things that are the most valuable. And not on a day-to-day basis. Now, one other point too, and that's why I hold a lot of US dollars. No, I'm not. I don't believe that the dollar is going to, I don't believe in the central banking system is going to last. I think we're in, the whole existing financial system is broken. And I don't love the dollar, but right now, everybody's in the old system, and the old system is tethered by the dollar. And so the bottom line, when you look at your portfolio, is you want to be set up that if the market shoots up, central bank prints a shitload of money, and everything goes to the moon, you make a lot of money. You know what? I will. And I have been, because I own ETH, because I own Tesla, genomics. And then crypto, REN. I mean, if REN moves, only moves 10% a day, it's a slow day. So, I've got that upside potential. And hey, if everything goes down, those things are going to go down, and they might go down more than other things. But if everything's crashing, you know what won't go down? By definition, everything crashing means the dollar is going up. So if everything's crashing, I'm not losing sleep. You know why I'm not losing sleep? I'm excited. When am I going to start buying and lower? I'm not married to 40 to 50% USD. If everything crashes, I'll spend all those or invest all those dollars if it makes sense. I'm just here right now because if you don't think you can wake up and this market starts plummeting all of a sudden, you don't think that can happen? You haven't been around, right? But at the same time, if you don't think ETH could 10x tomorrow, you also haven't been around. So you need to be balanced for both directions, and don't try to predict it in the short run. Will the election be a contested election with civil unrest in the streets? I don't know, maybe. And if it does, that could really hurt crypto. It could hurt all of these risk investments. Or on the other hand, maybe, one of these old morons wins by a lot, and then they print another $4 trillion. Everything's going to go up. So be prepared for both sides. Okay? So anyways, to break it down, when it comes to crypto, ETH is the king. ETH, everything's running on Ethereum. On every metric, Ethereum. Other than market cap, the only thing Bitcoin wins on is market cap. It's more expensive. When it comes to being expensive, Bitcoin is the most. But Ethereum wins on transactions, amount of value locked in contracts, the number of applications, the number of users, the growth rate. We could go on, and I'll make some other videos. But Ethereum, that's where the action is. And then 5% in these other cryptos. And let's just talk about them for a minute. So again, if we look at, so this is my whole portfolio. Actually, this here is my whole portfolio. 20% crypto, 20% stocks, 10% other, and 40 to 50% USD. And when I say this is mine, this is my recommendation. This is not exactly what I own. I'm not, this is sort of a structure that I like. And keep in mind, this is from my perspective. I'm an old guy who doesn't do much. I don't have much income now. I'm just an investor. And so this makes sense for me. You may be younger and you don't have much investments and you're all about income. Also, if you're really young, you know what the number one investment is? Investing in yourself. Spend money on books, study, spend time, a lot of this stuff with crypto. Never mind reading. Reading is good, but get the MetaMask wallet, go to Uniswap, become a liquidity provider, just with tiny bits of money. That's your education. Then, Harvard University is not going to teach you how to be a liquidity provider at Uniswap, but you could do it yourself at home. So here's my overall. So cryptocurrencies, overall, it's 15% ETH, 5% other, but let's break it down here. That means 60 to 70% of all my crypto is just Ether, ETH. Why? Because I like to sleep at night. I know that Ethereum is around tomorrow. one thing that's very exciting on crypto networks is decentralized exchanges. These are exchanges, places where people can go and trade tokens without giving up custody. Meaning it's not like when you are at Ameritrade or E-Trade or any of our legacy financial systems, you give them your money. And they own your money. They owe it to you. It's a loan. But it's not yours anymore. When you trade on crypto, when you trade on Ethereum, you don't give up ownership. Unless, a lot of you buy it and you leave it on your stupid exchange. If you buy crypto and you leave it in Coinbase, you own crypto, but you're not a real crypto citizen yet until you custody your own assets. But also be careful. A lot of you kids watching my video, you're a bunch of young idiots. And I'm sorry that I talk to you like an old man sometimes and start yelling about how you're going to lose all your money. Be careful. Go slow. Keep track of shit. Most people lose money, not because prices, I shouldn't say most people, but a lot of people in crypto lose money, not just because prices go down, but because they literally lose it. Like, oh shit, I forgot what my private key or where I put it, or they put it in some exchange and just forgot about it. Keep track of your shit. So, I should do a video. I don't know if I should do a video just on my new favorite thing. Bitcoin and Ethereum liquidity pair on Uniswap. I guess I got to do a video on that because that is very hard to explain probably to most of you what I'm even talking about. To me, this is my new no-brainer. How do we explain it? I'm going to make another video. So Uniswap, if you don't know about Uniswap, you need to. Now, remember, anything with crypto, first time you hear about a particular thing or want to study something, first time you hear about it, you're like, you have no idea what's going on. Then you read it again, and you still don't know. Then you read it again, and you're sort of like, okay, now I'm starting to get it. And then, it takes a long time. Don't feel stupid. We're all stupid when it comes to crypto. Very difficult. Uniswap, you need to understand. I'm definitely making a long video just about decentralized exchanges and Uniswap's dominance. It's very important. One of the most important things going on right now. And then, as being a liquidity provider on Uniswap for Bitcoin, Ethereum, to me is a no-brainer. So I'll probably just stick. I don't know if that's a separate video or I'm definitely doing a video on Uniswap in general. So smash the subscribe button. So you don't miss. You can always go to where. Oh, and my parents told me, tell them it's free. They're gonna think you're charging money. Although my parents also tell me that you should be charging money. You could make. I do this for free out of love, and it helps me study by organizing my thoughts and teaching you. All of my information is free. I've been making money and investing for 40 years. So I'm sharing my knowledge here for free. But smash that like button and subscribe. That's how you pay me, by showing the love. And the more viewers I have, helps me get more feedback on the things that I talk about, and that really helps me. So I appreciate it. Okay, so we'll talk about that. And I'm also going to make a video on REN. REN is very exciting. I love it. And, so I love it and I hate it, and it makes me scared and it makes me excited because, so the thing about REN is it's one of these fast growing, but it's this high risk. It's hard to explain to you what my definition of risk, I feel like, is different than a lot of people's. My definition is simply, we don't know the number of unknowns. So with REN, if this thing succeeds, it's huge. It's going to up, what price is going to go to? $2, $10? Maybe if everything works, but it's also possible it doesn't work. Like, literally just doesn't work at all. It's possible. I don't see that as happening right now. Like, fans of REN are get mad at me because, I have uncertainty and doubt. Anyways, I'll make a long video about REN that's coming as well. But I think that has a place in your portfolio right now. It's exciting. It's It's a high risker, and 10% is a lot even within the crypto portfolio for this thing. But we'll talk about it. I also hold a little bit, Zcash. I feel like in the long run, I like it as a privacy token. I think it's got a chance to be money, private money, the most private money. So hold a little bit of that. And so if you add up these numbers, I mean, it's literally like, these are like, so crypto, in my portfolio, only 20% is cryptocurrencies. Within that 20%, 70% is Ethereum. I've got my, whatever it is, BTC, Ethereum, and Uniswap. I've got REN. And then these, so we're talking 1 to 2% of the 20% in these little guys. Because again, these are like, I don't know if these things are going to work or go up at all or go to zero. Honestly, Zcash, I don't think it goes to zero, but maybe it sits here. Maybe it could be dead money. MKR, I feel like I should do a video on MKR too. Did I already do one last month? I might make a video on MKR. MKR is MakerDAO is interesting and exciting. And the Uni token, again, I think I'm just going to have one massive Uniswap video where we're going to talk about decentralized exchange. We're going to talk about Uniswap. We're going to talk about being a liquidity provider on Uniswap. And we'll talk about the Uni token itself, which I think you can hold here. I mean, if you're somebody who's getting it for free, like, what is it worth? I don't know. It's another one of these high risk things. But if they're giving it to you for free right now, I'm not afraid to hodl that thing. So, again, we'll talk about that in the video. Binance, I'm having some issues with Binance. I might bail on it. Like, I love CZ. I love Binance. And I bet I'm sort of wrestling with this. Maybe that's another video, too. I didn't know I was going to make so many videos. So, again, smash that subscribe button. I probably should make a quick video talking about Binance. I'm on the fence here. I might just bail on it. I had some issues with Binance, but at the same time, I love it. It's a tough one. So anyways, so that's my crypto. Those are my crypto holdings. Then stocks, 20%. My Tesla, I love, and I'm saying 5% here because it's gone up so much. And guess what? Guess what I'm about to say? I already made a video on Tesla. That I will put up. I got the self-driving, so the autonomous driving is coming. So Tesla, Tesla was so undervalued 2 years ago when everyone said, there's a supply problem, there's a demand problem, they can't, and no one was paying attention to what's going on with batteries. Now, all of that is priced in. Tesla is fully valued on all known information. Now, in the long run, I still think this thing moons and goes a lot higher because of autonomous driving, but autonomous driving is not yet here. So, I don't know. I don't expect Tesla to do much, and it could go down a lot. It could keep going up, but it's just, I stepped back from, when it was at split-adjusted $50, I had it at 10%. Things gone up like 10x. So, now I wouldn't advise keeping it all on the table there. But if you have zero Tesla, I'd get in slowly. I got a video coming out. I'll talk about that also there. And Berkshire Hathaway, I think, well, in the long run, well, we'll see what happens with the economy. Well, everybody's talking about inflation's coming. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't see it right now. I don't even see it in the near term. But when it comes, it could come relatively quickly. You'll see they'll be giving money to people. They don't give money to people. When the central bank prints money, it all goes to banks and hedge funds. Banks and hedge funds, those are people do not spend. Those are billionaires. They've given the money to rich people. That doesn't cause inflation. If they start printing money, they said $1,200, please. They said $1,200 a minute to hedge funds. It's nothing. So if they start sending significant amounts of money to people, especially people who are not working, then, and the numbers we're seeing now are nothing, right? It's like 97% of all that money printed goes to banks and hedge funds. If inflation starts to come, all these equations start changing, and then someone like, I bet, a Berkshire, then these risk assets, these high growth, high valued investments could come under trouble, and something like a Berkshire Hathaway, which is a lot of real stuff, could be a lot safer of an investment. And Berkshire, I love having stuff. A lot of you, I see this as a big problem with a lot of my followers and people who comment. Everybody's looking for the upside. Oh, this can go up 10x. This can go up 10x. I'm always looking at the other side like, this can go down 90%. That's what I worry about. I don't want shit that can go down 90%. Or if it can, like REN, theoretically at some point could go down 90%, but it'll be because things aren't working, and I will see that coming and I'll get out ahead of time. But I gotta wake up every morning and check things with REN. Berkshire, you don't have to worry about that shit going down 90%. You don't have to worry about railroads and, Coca-Cola just disappearing from the planet. It's not going to happen, right? So it's a much safer thing. It's nice. As you get older, you start to appreciate shit, making money without working and without worrying. So it's nice to build a position in Berkshire over time. This genomics fund, I love. Genomics is exciting for the future. Kathy Wood runs this fund. She's really smart. I couldn't pick winners in genomics. So I like this ARKG. Good place if you want to be in that bet. And it's, everything's going up. The other thing is, if you're in this market right now, everything's been going up. Everybody's a genius. It can turn quickly. And it's happened before. You feel like a genius and all of a sudden you have no money. For those of you who were around in 2017, and remember when you thought you were a genius in December of 2017? Well, how did you feel in 2019? Did you navigate correctly, or did you lose all your money? So just remember, the ups and downs, these waves, these bubbles, it's not, the pattern continues. I've been through 5 bubbles. Japan, 1990, I lived there. Internet bubble, I had an e-commerce business. Housing bubble, I'm not in housing, and I was a fucking idiot, and I lost a lot of money. So, learned a lot. Bitcoin bubble, 2014, watch that bubble. Bought in 2015 after the crash. And 2017, crypto bubble, intimately in it, all day, every day. I've seen these bubbles. I've seen this movie. We are in one right now that's ramping up, but you don't think you can predict when it's over and how high it's going to go. I mean, to an extent you can, and it looks like the bull's running here. But stay on your toes, my friends. 10% here I put other, because you may have real estate, there's other things that come up, or whatever, and your percentages could always be different. I'm giving you a framework of what I think works, and from my own perspective. And then 40 to 50% US dollars. Again, keep in mind, this is not the same as somebody who has 50% dollars, and then their other 50%, they're in like a mix of bonds and stock funds. Like, no, right? Keep in mind, in 2020, ETH is up. I think now it's 230% in 2020. The gain, 230%. Tesla, what percent? I don't know. 200-300% up. This thing is, probably, 2 to 300% up. So I've got all this cash against shit that way outperforms S&P 500, right? I'm not having all this cash with something that's sort of boring. I've got Do you understand the difference? So if somebody says, oh, I got 50% cash and I got stocks and a value fund from some financial advisor who's charging them 2%, no, they won't beat me. Okay? And you can't even compare it. So, and with your cash, again, I'm always thinking about what's the downside. What happens if the central bank loses control of the bond market? For those of you who don't know what that means, the central bank has been manipulating bond prices. Interest rates, they have been manipulating interest rates to be low in order for all this other shit to go up a lot. Okay? What if they lose control? Interest rates go up, all this other shit goes down, everybody's running for dollars. Central bank, there's a thing called capital controls, where they just start saying, I'm sorry, you can't take your money out of the bank right now. Or you can only take out a little. So I like to spread out my dollars. I think it's smart to have an account at Bank of America, an account at JP Morgan, and an account at Coinbase. And maybe even other places, and if you got stocks, you got E-Trade, you got Ameritrade, spread it around, because I don't think, the government, if shit really hits the fan, and again, that's always what I'm worried about. In good times, I'll be fine. What about when the shit hits the fan? They will let you take some of your money. So I think having multiple accounts is safer than having all of your money in one bank. But also, in crypto land, you can earn interest on your dollars. Significant interest. Compound finance, compound.finance, or Yearn finance. The $2 tokens I like is DAI, dollar peg token. That's the one created by MakerDAO, fully backed by collateral. Over-collateralized that. It's not one-to-one collateral. Like USDC is backed by dollars, by Coinbase, New York City regulated. One USDC equals what has $1 in their bank account. DAI, for $1 in DAI, has more, depending on which, they have lots of different types of collateral, but it's more than $1 in reserve backing it. Okay? So, and that's why DAI always sort of runs at over $1 as its price. But anyways, I like DAI and USDC, and you can earn interest on Compound and this Yearn finance. Why DAI and why USDC does earn more interest than Compound. This is a big, long story if you want to get into why do I think these two are safe. And again, I only want to invest in these. When you talk about, yield farming and earning interest, there's a million options out there, and everybody loves to chase the latest and the greatest that either is new or unproven or untested or not decentralized. Everybody loves Celsius. If any, do not post a comment about fucking Celsius. It's not decentralized. Great. I don't care. Like, it might be fine. Do it. But for me, cryptocurrency is all about me custodying my own assets. It's about the new world and the way things work. I don't want to get into arguing about Celsius here. And admittedly, I'm not an expert on it, other than I know it's not a decentralized lending platform. The innovation that is going on in crypto, what is very exciting, is pools of money that are connected and a price is set by an algorithm. All automated. That's the innovation. Okay? And that's where I invest. That's what Uniswap is doing. Again, I'll make a video explaining more about it. That's what Compound does, but not with trading, but with borrowing and lending. They have a pool of deposits against a pool of borrowers, and the interest rate is set by an algorithm. That's a new innovation. That's something that could never be done before. Cannot be done on legacy software, financial systems in the fiat world. This is an innovation that will disrupt existing markets. It's very exciting. You earn interest on it because there's no middlemen, and it's fucking awesome. Okay? And that doesn't mean that, like, nothing else in the world will make money, and Celsius is giving people money, but it's not this crypto revolution that I am interested in. Okay, and then and there's lots of other places where you can stick your money, and they'll tell you they'll pay you interest, and they might be great. A lot of people talk about Aave. Looks really interesting and might turn out to be one that I trust someday. But I don't trust it now. It's too early. It's too young. They have these things called flash loans. What the hell is a flash? I mean, I know what a flash loan is, but what is the risk factor on that? And like, I don't want to get involved. So my crypto savings, you know, some people say crypto is so risky, but on the other hand, I only do the safest and the oldest. Yearn Finance, though, is not that old. You know, it is relatively new. But I like it because this Andre Cronje is a super smart developer who really reads the smart contracts. I've listened to him. I trust him. Okay? Hopefully I'm not wrong. And again, I'm not putting all my money here. I said 40 to 50% of your money in dollars, 5 to 10% of that in USD. So I may have, let's say I have in Yearn, you know, 5% of 40%, whatever that comes to. You know, I'm not putting all my money in this thing. But to earn 5 to 20% interest rate on dollars right now, I like. Finally, I want to mention, in the last video I mentioned, I love, so there's a stock, IPOC, for those of you who are familiar with Chamath Palihapitiya. Don't know if I pronounced that right. So he's doing these, what do you call it? Sparks? Can't remember the name of the word for it. SPACs. SPAC, where he has a something on the stock market that doesn't have anything. It's just a shell of a company, and you can actually buy shares in it. And then they go and they'll acquire a company, and then that becomes the shares. And Chamath is brilliant. I love him. I love investing beside him. So he did Virgin Galactica, which seems really cool. But I don't want to buy it here. I'm afraid that's a whole long story. I just feel like with Virgin Galactic, someday that thing is you're gonna be able to fly from, you know, Los Angeles to Australia in 4 hours. Awesome. I love that. Might take 10 years. But the time to invest in that, I don't think is now, because with those kind of things, like now the thing they're working on now is to do the first test flight. It's going to be delayed. It's going to be delayed, and it's going to be delayed, and then the stock is going to go down. Everyone's going to think it's never going to happen. And then once they do that first test flight, finally, everyone's going to have thrown up their hands. It's going to be cheap. That's when you want to invest in it. That's usually how those things go. Anyways, right now, I love the Virgin Galactic Chamath's thing. I don't know if it's still IPO, or did they change the ticker? No, it's SPCE. I like it, but not at this price. So I've been watching it forever and not buying it. And then he had B. And then last video I said, you know what? I love Chamath. Everything he does is great. So IPOC, I should just buy it ahead of time, because whatever he comes out with probably is great. If it's not great, the price will go up because everybody loves everything he does. And then if I don't like it, I can sell it. Well, that was stupid. I mean, always, these mistakes are recurring. You know, don't buy based on hope or based on what you think will happen. Only invest based on what's happening now. So I bought IPOC. Again, just a little bit. Don't cry for me. And then they came out with the investment. It's a Clover Health. It's a healthcare thing. And honestly, it might be great. It's just healthcare. I don't understand. I'm like, do I really want to hold for a long time this healthcare investment? Like, I don't know what it is. I would never have bought it, but I already bought this IPOC. Then he turned it into Clover Health, and then immediately went down, right? So all of my predictions were wrong in that he would invest in something that I would love. I don't. And then it would go up anyways. It didn't. So now I've got this thing, and I'm thinking, well, it's probably, you know, I believe in Chamath. It's fine. I'll just hold it. Eventually it'll come up, and then maybe I'll get up. But anyways, watch Chamath and his SPACs. I think he is the type of guy, what I love, people who think 5-10 years down the road, and they just invest and churn through all the noise and grow stuff. And I think that Chamath is going to have some big winners. Maybe this IPOC, which is becoming Clover Health, will be one of them. And maybe I'll keep holding it. I don't know. But that whole idea of mine, I think, was a bit of a screw up for those of you who remember from last video. Okay, that's the overview. I will make a... So what are we going to do? Let's take notes here. So I'm going to do one giant video on Uni, which is going to include the price of Uni for being a liquidity provider, the decentralized exchanges, why Uniswap is amazing. I think that's an important video. I will also make a video... I'm not going to make a video on MakerDAO. If you have questions, let me know about MakerDAO if you're really interested. The reason I like it is interest rates appear to be going up, right? We're seeing this in the broader market. Central banks having a lot of trouble. Well, see, here I go. Maybe I should make a video. Maybe I'll make a quick video on MKR. All right, and what else are we doing? Should I talk about Binance? I am. Because I sort of lost some money. Like, literally lost it. Like, I lost my wallet. It's kind of funny. But, you know, I was testing with a tiny bit of money, and I, like, lost my money. Like, I'm like, I can't figure it out. And so the whole thing's looking a little sketchy. And, of course, I'm doing a big video on REN. What else? Oh, and I've got this Tesla video. I already made one, but I haven't watched it yet. I hope it's good. And what do you think of my hair? All right. Thank you for watching. Much love.